Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Thank you for tuning into Viewpoint. Today, we have two amazing guests with us from the Mount Pulaski Fall Festival. But before we get to them, I guess you can say it's a kudos and maybe a public service announcement I have.
2-for-1 special.
A 2-for-1 special for everybody today. The 2-for-1 special is one, kudos to our farmers, our farming community. We're beginning, the beginning eve, I guess you can say, of harvest. And so we've already seen some combines out in the fields and everything. But my PSA is this. All of us, let's kind of take the time to slow down. I know it's frustrating. We're all in a hurry going somewhere, but when we see that farm equipment out there, just have some compassion, slow down, and we will all get along and no one will be hurt, because that is somebody's grandmother, father, son, daughter, mom, dad out there in that large equipment, and they're working to feed you and put food on your table, clothing on your backs, etc. So anyway, there is my PSA.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
The phone number to call into Viewpoint is 217-648-5510. And we have our special guests, Kelly and Katie, with the Mount Pulaski Fall Festival. Thank you for making the trip out to the rodeo, or the radio.
Well, I did a couple U's, so yeah, you can consider that. So yeah, we're good.
We have a little rodeo going on in here. Yes. So anyway, but thank you so much for coming, you guys. And the Fall Festival is next weekend, September 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
Awesome. Awesome. You guys have this year a special theme. And that is, our community is mighty and tough. You want to kind of tell us about that?
It is for Micah Martin and Tinley Rubenacker, and they are two children that are having some childhood illness issues. It's kind of complicated. His is a form of cancer. Tinley's is a bone marrow syndrome failure. Mimics cancer. A lot of the treatment is the same, but she does not have cancer. He unfortunately does. But it is in honor of them because these two are superheroes. They have been through the ringer, and their families. And I think the community has been phenomenal, and the schools in supporting them and doing everything they can to raise money and build them up.
Wonderful. Well, I've got Danielle Meister sent me an email. She reached out to the families and wanted the families kind of wanted to give a special message to our listeners. So the first one is from Micah's aunt, and Micah's aunt says this: Micah Martin is a 5-year-old son of Jesse and Kimberly Oglesby Martin from Mount Pulaski. He has an older brother and a younger brother and a 4-month-old sister. Micah was diagnosed with an Burkitt's lymphoma, and if I mispronounced that?
Nope, you got it.
Okay, great. In February of this year. He has had several long hospitalizations with some intermittent time at home. He has unfortunately relapsed twice, but continues to fight and is currently receiving chemo through an amia reservoir in his head with hopes that this treatment can keep the cancer away long enough to receive a bone marrow transplant from his younger brother, who is a 10-10 match, which that is
unheard of.
That is unheard of. That is just wonderful. Micah's aunt continues to say the outpouring support from family, friends, and our amazing community has been indescribable and such a blessing. We ask for continued prayers for our mighty Micah. That's great. And here's a special message from Tinley's mom. Tinley has a very rare bone marrow failure syndrome called diamond blackfin anemia, DBA. She has had 2 failed steroid trials, 2 trips to the National Institute of Health in Maryland for a clinical trial, and that did fail. She has seen genetic doctors from St. Louis to Champaign. They have consulted with many doctors all over the U.S. She then became blood transfusion dependent and required blood transfusions every 3 to 5 weeks. This then caused her to become iron overloaded in her heart and liver. She was on multiple oral chelation medications and then required 3-day stay weekends at St. Jude affiliate in OSF Peoria for dispersal infusions to help bring down the iron overloading. She is also placed on an infusion pump. She has used a 12-hour night to reduce the iron. After 7 months of this, her body was finally healthy enough to start the bone marrow transplant process. On February 1st of 2023, she had a matched unrelated donor bone marrow transplant at St. Jude in Memphis, Tennessee. They stayed in housing for about 6 months and now travel frequently to St. Jude in Memphis. And she's had many specialty doctors and has to follow up with this closely. So I want to say, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, what these kids are going through.
At their age.
Yes. And no child and no individual should go through these illnesses, but a child.
Yep.
And not saying that they haven't had their bad days because they're kids,
Right.
but they really have rocked it.
Yes.
They have embraced it. This is our journey. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have a choice. And to know that their strength is there, it's really inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not met Micah. I don't know him, but I know
Oh.
Tinley, and she is a ball of energy.
Yes. And, well, Micah, too.
They have huge personalities.
Yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And then for the community just to do an outpouring, and then the fall festival to turn this into something special to honoring them. So what do you guys have? So leading into that, what fun things do we have planned for them?
So on Friday, so it's the Friday and Saturday. So we have things at the courthouse. The courthouse is open from 9 to 5. They have a quilt show that many vendors come and show their beautiful work. It's really a nice thing to come and see. We have like shopping vendors that are going to be around the square, as well as we have bounce houses for the kids. We have a meal tent that has meals on Friday and Saturday. Friday will support the high school trip to DC.
Oh.
And then there's limited numbers for meals. So if you would like to come and participate, please get there early. And then Saturday, it is going to be a benefit for Micah. So all proceeds from that meal will go to them. So. And then we're having the opening ceremony at 5:30, and the kids from Zion Lutheran are going to come and sing the national anthem for us. And then we have a pageant for the little kids, and then we have an awesome bubble bus that's coming.
Now, what's a bubble bus?
Just what it sounds like. It just pours out bubbles for the kids to dance in
Oh,
and to
really?
play in. We had it last year for a little while, and it was a huge hit, and it's a lot of fun. Even the adults.
I've never heard of a bubble bus.
It's really neat. So if you guys have time to come over and see that, it's fun.
Oh, neat.
We have the kiddie tractor pull at 6:30, and then the beer tent is open. That starts at 5, and then we run through midnight, and we're having a DJ and all that good
A
stuff.
lot of fun.
That kiddie tractor pull, too, from what I heard from last year, was probably the biggest one they've had.
In the county.
In the county.
Really?
Yes, we had a ton of kids there.
Oh, that is
So,
wonderful.
Yep, it was a really good turnout. So of course it's time consuming, and all the little ants in the pants that dance around because they're ready to go. But for the most part, I mean, I bet we had 60, 70, maybe even more kids. I mean, it took a while for about an hour and a half thing. It ended up being over 2 hours. It was almost dark
Oh my
before
goodness.
we finished.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Neat.
And then on Saturday morning, we have the third annual Dualathon for kids. It's a color run and bike run that they do around our neighborhoods. And then we have a new event called Wig Out for Kids.
Now, what's that?
Right, that you hear of donating your hair for wigs, and so they found this organization. A similar one is like Locks of Love, but this was the one they chose. We have a Salon 102 in town, and a hair salon, and I'm not sure of all the details how they put that together, but basically you're donating hair for wigs, and then you're getting gift baskets or whatever. There's drawings and different things they're having.
Oh, neat.
So to promote that.
Wonderful.
Yep.
There's going to be a Lincoln impersonator at the courthouse for performance at 2. And then the quilt show and things like that will continue on for Saturday. We have the petting zoo from Rich Hart's, the bounce houses again from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have a little train that goes around the square from 12 to 4. We have a bags tournament in the beer tent as well. We have face painting. We have a cakewalk. We've built up our parade again, so our parade is really nice. Kelly is in charge of that this year. So we have added more things to it this year.
I understand we've got some special co-grand marshals
Yes.
for
That
the
would be
parade.
Micah and Tinley.
Micah and Tinley are going to be
Yep.
the co-grand marshals.
We're going to get them through the parade as quickly as we can, and then we have VIP seating for them so they can enjoy everything.
Oh,
comes
how
by.
neat.
Yeah.
So they can see everything.
Oh, that is neat. Neat.
And then we have a meet and greet with the heroes of Legends of Superheroes and a Ghostbusters. So that'll be super
Tinley's
cool.
a big Ghostbusters fan.
Yes, she
Really?
Yeah, she loves it.
Oh, neat.
And then we have the Jacksonville Drumline Institute that's going to have a performance at 5 o'clock. We have the community band at 5:30. And then we have Howl at the Moon, which is doing pianos. And then all of the tips and song requests that you can pay for, all that is going to be donated to the
Back to the
families.
families.
Yes. So it's just
Wow.
going to be to rally around them as much as we possibly can this year.
That is neat. What
And then
a
the beer tent again. So, but yeah, that's it's going to be on the corner, and yeah, it's going to be. It's really built since we first started having the dueling pianos, but each year we have more and more of a crowd, and all the kids love it because they can dance and run in the area, and all the adults get into it. So it's a good time.
a good family relaxing
Yeah.
time. Is it still? Can people sign up for the parade yet to get a float in or
Absolutely.
an
If you
entry?
go on the Hilltop Club site or at Facebook page, or it's Mount Pulaski Fall Festival, you can find the information there on Facebook. But it is not too late. I'm still getting a few phone calls. We've got at least 4 fire departments are rallying up, and they're going to be in the parade. Sally Turner will be there. The Jacksonville Drumline Institute, they are basically drum corps. So these are kids that come from the Jacksonville area, and they're in their high school bands, and then they pull together and
perform.
And I like, since it's a superhero theme, we have the superhero, kind of a cosplay group, but they dress as different superheroes, and I've seen them around Warrensburg in different places.
Now, I thought I saw on Facebook you guys are requesting, or not requesting, asking or encouraging people to
Yes.
wear a cape, maybe?
Yes, dress as a superhero to support the kids, and while supplies last, we'll have, if a kid doesn't have a costume, we'll have some props for them that we can give
Now,
out
is that
for
just
free.
on Saturday then?
Right, just for the parade.
Just for the parade, then you're asking people to wear their capes.
Yep.
So.
And then also on the Mount Pulaski Fall Festival, we're doing T-shirt sales that have the Tinley Tough and Mighty Micah logos for them. So all that money will go to the families families as well.
How do people find, if they can't make it to the Fall Festival, can somebody, order online?
Yes,
for
and
that?
sales in today, maybe
30th, I believe, is the deadline.
Yep, and that's today.
Oh, okay.
So by end of today, to get your order in for that, and it's online.
Mm-hmm. And then they can pick it up somewhere, then possibly locally if they can't
Yeah.
make it there to the
We
Fall
always make it
Festival.
work. We can always meet. I mean, it's,
right.
It's Logan County.
It's
Everybody
like
knows.
everybody knows everybody. You can
Everybody
deliver.
sees me at Walmart. Here's stuff to take. Okay, great. We'll make it work for anybody.
Oh, that is neat. That's wonderful. Well, the time is about 8:15, and Jim's got some commercials to play. And thank you for tuning in to Viewpoint. We'll be back with Katie and Kelly. Hi, thank you for tuning in to Viewpoint. Today, we're back with our special guests from the Mount Pulaski Fall Festival, Kelly and Katie. And if you have any questions, kudos, you want to reach out to the families of Micah and Tinley, please feel free to call in. The phone number is 217-648-5510. And before we get back to Kelly and Katie, I do want to share with you, you can go to bethematch.org. Get tested to be a blood bone marrow match for kids, adults, anyone. But it's very important, and you just swab your mouth and send your test kit back.
Yep, it's quick and easy.
Very quick and easy, and everything's paid for. No postage out of your pocket to pay for. Again, that website is Be The Match, which is THE match.org. So please do so. While we were on commercial break, we were talking about some different things that they're going to be having at the Fall Festival. You guys have a unicorn and pony rides also.
Yes, that was added after we got our schedule done. That was a nice surprise.
So a
Again.
unicorn. Who's bringing unicorns?
Well, they're from the Waynesville, Kenny area.
Really?
I think it's Dreamland Stable is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And again, Tinley is a big horse fan, so that'll be a cute little surprise. They're also,
wonderful.
because she has to be very careful about being exposed to different things in the environment, they're setting aside some time so that if she wants to go to bounce houses or she wants to ride something, that they can clear that space and time for her so she
wonderful.
can experience
So
everything.
she can experience it and do that then.
Yep.
Wonderful. Neat. And then, so we said the inflatables we've got, and then you guys are having a petting zoo?
Yes, all the things for the kids are free.
Uh-huh. I was just
So-
going to ask you this.
Yes,
So,
so there
everything-
is no cost. So as a community, we try to make sure that the kids can come and have a good time, because with school just starting and all the good things that come along with that, with price tags, we try to do a community event and have donations made to where families can come and enjoy themselves, because we know you're going to buy food and we know you're going to buy drinks, and that's the necessities.
Right.
So everything else is free for you guys to come and
and
do.
face painting you guys are having here, a balloon artist. So a petting zoo, I mean, wow. And then a car and tractor pull, or a tractor show, not pull, but a tractor.
Right, and it's an anything with wheels show. So literally anything that has wheels, she's going to take.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
So you can show off anything.
And it's grown each year. And it's fun to watch and see what
I was going
everybody
to say,
brings.
that's going to be kind of interesting. We can dress up their lawnmower or their
Exactly.
bicycle, you know.
Bicycles,
Golf carts.
wagons, anything. And a
Well,
lot of
there you
those
go,
people.
Lloyd. You can bring something
Maybe I'll
in.
do. Maybe I'll get a unicycle.
A unicycle to go with the unicorn?
I'd pay to see that.
Let me know what time we can add you to the schedule for that, so we can make sure everybody sees it. That's awesome.
Well, I saw the schedules already printed, so probably not room for me this year.
We're always
we will
available for
make-
additions. We'll add that on Facebook. Don't
Isn't
you
a
worry.
unicycle kind of dating you? I mean, isn't that
married, so I
something
don't date
old? Oh,
anymore.
jeez. Oh, shoot.
No, the community really steps up and helps so that we can afford to do all of this and provide
Yeah.
it for free.
For free.
We're just trying to, and the Fall Festival has been around since ever I can remember.
I was
in
going to say,
different
how long?
organiz-
It's been going on for a long
Oh, it's been
time.
forever. And I know the CB Club used to run it, Community Pride, JC's. JC's has now kind of become Hilltop Club. So it's evolved, but not letting go of it. There may be some down years and some up years, but we're trying to bring it back.
Yep.
This sounds really neat, you guys, and what you're doing for for families, local families, giving them something to have fun, almost
Kind of your last hurrah
your
after
last
the state
hurrah.
fair.
Yeah.
Let's get into school.
Not spend money, but still have fun with family, which that's what it's all about, is
Yep.
family time and taking
Making
that.
memories.
Absolutely. So you mentioned food. So you got some food vendors that are going to be there?
We
then?
do. We have the delicious little donuts that are nice and warm and coated in a pound of sugar.
Oh.
That's run by a local
Those are good.
family. Cheesed Out, which I think is very popular in Logan County. You see them everywhere. We've got taffy, tacos, MKS Livestock, which is also local. We'll cook hamburgers and different things, and then they have frozen meats and things for sale also. We Three Sweets, Grandma Nana's Cookies, lemonade stand, and then we've got a kettle corn lemonade shake-up stand also.
Yum.
Lots of food. Budget your time wisely.
So
Go away
eat
hungry,
and
it's your own fault.
That's right.
Exactly. On
That's
top
right.
of having the two awesome meals, barbecue pulled pork, I think, is the Friday meal.
Is the Friday meal, and then ribeye sandwiches is the Saturday.
And that's a full meal. That's not just a sandwich.
Just not the sandwich.
Yeah.
So you get all the fixins to
Yep.
go with it.
And it's nice because we have a big food tent, so you can grab that food, you can sit
Sit
and
down and
talk.
enjoy.
Yeah.
And they're for each day it's $12 a meal.
That's not bad at all.
And that goes towards, for Friday for the kids for their DC trip. That's all the proceeds go to them for that. And then for Saturday, it's all going to go to Michael Martin's family.
So is this all going to be up on the square there in
Yes.
Mount Pulaski? So
Yes.
it's like the entire square is
The
going to be
entire square, all
blocked
four
off.
sides of the
Four
courthouse.
sides. Okay, wonderful. I mean, it sounds like we're going to have good weather. Well,
Knock on wood.
Yeah, don't say it out loud.
yeah, I don't want to jinx it. So yeah. So
It has seemed the last few years the only bad weather we've had is Sunday on the cleanup day. So we've dealt with some rain and some nastiness, but that we don't complain about that, because if everybody can come out and enjoy it and have good weather, then the rain is fine by us.
and the committee is put together by volunteers. And are you looking for more volunteers to
Always.
help?
Always.
I mean, you know what I mean. It is,
yeah.
you know, and if they do want to be on the planning stages, how can someone, if they do want to volunteer maybe 1 or 2 hours of their time, either Friday or Saturday, how do they get in contact with you guys?
They can either contact the Mount Pulaski Fall Festival page on Facebook, or they can contact the Hilltop Club page on Facebook.
Wonderful.
And volunteers is always
A need.
a need. I mean, across the board. It doesn't matter if it's the Logan County Fair, a big event, or these small town festivals, Atlanta, Mount Pulaski, wherever. We need volunteers. And it doesn't mean you have to come to every meeting and donate every ounce of your time. If there's one little piece of the pie you'd like to take, you just handle that, report back to us, and everybody's happy and appreciates it.
When she said slice of the pie, you can take a bite of the pie. Just take a bite of it and help it spread it all out, because everybody's busy. And I think sometimes people take that for granted, that we all have families and we all have jobs and we all have homes to take care of, but we also want to make memories with our kids and for your kids, and make sure that that still continues, because there was talk for a little while of it all going away, and then because nobody wanted to pick it up. Well, you get suckers like us that are like,
I got sucked back into it. I did it when I was in high school through college, and did it a little bit when I had kids. And I kind of dropped off. I'm like, well, you know, the younger people need to step up and do it. And I do nothing but groom dogs all day and talk to dogs and work 10 hours a day. So I needed something else to do. And
You need a human being to speak to.
and I'm a sucker for a big production number. I love fairs and festivals.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's giving back to the community.
it is.
yeah.
You know.
And it is very, it's not like, oh, pat myself on the back, but
Right,
it's
no.
so cool when you see people like enjoying it, complimenting, whatever. You
Putting
get
a
to
smile on
complain.
somebody's face.
Yeah, and you get those that, you know, complain, but
Hey, if you're going to complain, come join and help. And
I always say, come and chat with me.
yeah.
We can be best friends by the end of the conversation.
Yeah, just try and turn it around and go, okay, what do you want us to do different? Do you have an idea? You know, turn the negative just into a positive. Like, just listen to them, see what you can do.
Yeah, no.
And maybe recruit them. If they have great ideas, then let's. There's always got to be somebody to execute those ideas.
I
and
gave her
so-
3 pages of ideas at one point. Always, that's what I do. I'm talking to the dogs all day, so all I do is like think of things.
Your mental notes are all
Yes.
written down
Yeah.
and everything. So, well, like I said, I mean, kudos to you, to the community, you know, for the outpouring and love and support that you're showing for these 2 wonderful kids
Well,
and
we
their
appreciate
families.
you guys asking us to come in, because this just allows us to get the word out even more. You don't have to be from Mount Pulaski to enjoy this festival.
That's right.
Well, I mean, and I'm not originally from Mount Pulaski. I was born and raised in Lincoln, and so you know, to have 2 sets of families, you know, one in Lincoln, and I come and support everything I can here, and so all my family tries to come over and support what I'm doing over there. I mean, that's what makes it fun.
Community, you know, it's outside of Logan County too.
Yep.
You know, we all, you know, we're all in this together.
You got to take care of each other.
We do. Well,
I was
sir.
just going to say, speaking of that, outside of Logan County and so forth, if folks want to donate to the cause, if they aren't able to attend the festival, is there some platform for them to do that, either online or send a check somewhere or something?
I know that Micah's family has a Venmo account underneath. Is it Love from Micah? I'm gonna have to. Can you add that to the
We can add that to the website.
and then I'll give that information out, because I'd have to look it up. I don't know it off the top of my head.
no, that's okay.
And Tinley's family has an account set up at the local bank.
Yes.
Okay.
And so anything that you could do to share to help them, they would greatly appreciate it. They're 2 wonderful families that have just ridden the struggle bus for a little while, and
Right.
so any love that you can share would be greatly appreciated.
And talking about a community supporting this, although the Fall Festival is dedicated to them, there have been several other community events I've seen in
Yes.
putting our community calendar together, organizations that are having, like, selling food and the proceeds go to the family, or different activities and things like that. So it really is a community-wide effort.
It is.
And we've been reciprocating. I remember when a little boy from Chester East was going through something.
Eli,
And
yes.
our town raised money to help him. And then when he was done with his
Treatments.
had leftover money, he donated it back to them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It is. Help families helping families.
It is. Well, listeners, Jim, Lloyd, you have anything else special. Well, we want to thank Katie and Kelly and the entire Mount Pulaski Fall Festival Committee. I mean, all of you are rocking it, the community. And listeners, please go to Mount Pulaski Fall Festival, September 8th and 9th. Our community is mighty and tough, and let's show our love and support to these two wonderful families. Again, thank you for tuning into Viewpoint here on 96.3 FM.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.